This one's awesome. I love this one. This one is like one of the cooler rooms.
Okay, so...
So, yeah, I'll give you guys a minute, and then I'll give you a hint. I actually, so my first playthrough on this one, I actually figured this one out myself. I was pretty proud of myself.
Oh! Oh yeah, that is cool.
So it's actually different for desktop users than, this is one of those rooms where desktop users, it's different than VR users. Wait, you're a VR user. How did you do that? Wait, you cheated. How'd you cheat? That was...
I didn't cheat.
Yeah, you did. You just went up and... Yeah, but that's not the answer. That's actually not how you get through this room.
Well, the bar went up.
Is it working for you, Gats?
Yes.
Oh, so the actual answer is you cross your arms. My bar is going up right now. Now it's open. So I don't know why, but when you guys do this, apparently it thinks you're crossing something, I guess. I don't know, that's weird. But yeah, you're just supposed to cross your arms and then it goes up.
This is where I got stuck.
Okay, so the sign says that we can't walk, I guess. So if we just...
You're a bitch. I hate you. Was that tagged?
I'll give you a hint. I just opened it. Like, for example, if you notice when you click it, if you watch her, she hits the button on the other side and she closes it.
So...
I'll also give you another hint. You actually said the answer right at the beginning.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Go up against it?
No. What's the image on the door saying?
You can't walk.
Mm-hmm. What happens if you don't walk? I'll give you a hint. She's the key. What is she doing?
Well, standing still.
Yeah, but is that all she's doing? You don't see her doing anything else?
Wait, what? Oh, patience!
She gets bored and she falls asleep. Her eyes close. Once her eyes close, the X goes away and you can open it.
As soon as I started looking at her, the X went away.
Yeah, so this room is, it's like literally you just walk in the room and then just stand there and wait for the X to go away and then you go over and click the button. It's that simple.
That's hilarious.
Is it not working for you, Gats?
Yeah.
You should see her eyes slowly shutting, and then once they fully shut, the X on the legs will go away, and then you can click it. I usually just stand over here and wait, but I don't know if it makes a difference. If you're standing next to the button, maybe she won't close her eyes? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure if you just don't push the button as her eyes are open in general, so you can just move around or whatever.
This one, I feel like, Gats, I think you might actually be able to get this one pretty quick. Because what is red, green, and blue squares? Do you know what that is?
RGB.
Well, it's RGB, but let's say you're in Unity or Blender. What are the red, green, and blue squares in Unity and Blender?
Yeah.
No, but do you know what they stand for? It's your X, Y, Z coordinates. Yeah, so that's sort of your hint. Also, the yellow square is important.
Did I get that? No, I was using on the blue. There we go. And the funny thing is, I don't use Unity and Blender. I suck at that.
This room took us a while. Everyone was just clicking the buttons, and we had like 8 people, and they were all just spamming the buttons. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just speaking from the research that I did Holy crap, Gats figured that one out quick. Or did you? No, you didn't. Okay, never mind. I thought you figured that one out quick.
I did figure it out.
Oh, did you?
Because it's the same button at the start.
Ah, you got that quick. Yeah, you got that quick. I'll give you a hint. This is a button. You already clicked it, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you first came into the world? Do you remember seeing a button kind of like this?
Do I have to respawn?
So we were in room 22.
That's a cheap. That is a cheap ass trick.
Where are you?
What am I doing wrong?
What colors do you have?
2 purples, 3 blues, and then 5 yellows at the top.
You can't have 5 yellows. There's only 5 cubes.
I don't understand anything.
I'll give you a hint. The color on top of the cube is the important color.
I did
Oh,
2 cubes in pink and 3 in sky blue.
Oh, did you do that already?
there we.
Yes.
Did you
it
check the
didn't
door?
work for me. Oh, you have to check it? I thought it would open.
I had it wrong. I thought the colors meant to be forward.
That's one of the first things I did, but nothing happened, so I tried
Yeah,
something
I'm
else.
pretty sure we did the same thing.
What?
What
Angle symbol.
what floor is this?
It should be. Yeah, it should be 24th.
Because that doesn't look like 24th floor to me.
No, it says 24. What?
Try standing against either this wall or that wall. Do you see what's up here?
Yeah, the equal sign.
So what is that?
Oh, I see. Oh, I
Cats
don't-
got it.
It's math.
It's not so much math. I mean, it is, but it's.
I know that numbers a lot. So
You
I don't
do?
really need to
Why would you
calculate.
know that number off the top of your head? What?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
like
you, Demon. Thanks for coming and
calculate
saying
some
hi.
numbers in my
You have a good night. Sleep well. Okay, so this I mean, I could I'm trying to figure out if I should just tell you guys or if I should make you look it up. So what does 24H mean? Do you know what the acronym is for 24H? It could also be 12H. Like there's 12H and 24H. Here's a question. What time is it for you right now?
Quick, grab a phone.
The moment of epiphany. Cosmic, do you know that number off the? I could not. No, I don't know that number off the top of my head. Why? Wait, why do you know that number? Why do you know that number off the top of your head?
I like to calculate numbers in my head, and sometimes I calculate time and calculate them.
So sometimes you're like, what's 12 hours? Oh, wait, half of 86,000. So that'll be 43, 202 and a half. And you just do that for no reason?
I guess so.
That's weird. I don't do numbers in my head like that. I'm not smart enough for that kind of stuff.
I
I'd get
do
too
a
frustrated.
lot of random numbers in my, and it's not random. It's like thing I do in my head. I would say to other people, it's just nonsense.
Okay,
To
never
me,
mind. I
it's
don't
just
get it.
a
So
way to
it's
work my
asking
mind
how
when
many
I'm bored.
seconds in 24 hours. So 24 hours equals how many seconds?
Oh, Christ.
And don't worry about looking it up. It's 86,405. I'll just tell you the answer. There's no point in making you look it up
It's
if we
not
already know.
5, that's S symbol.
Hang on. One more time.
Oh, S for seconds. I thought that was a 5.
Yes.
So 86,400.
86,400.
That's funny. I actually thought it was 86. I actually thought it was wait, what? No, that yeah, 80. I actually thought it was 86,405, but it's actually what is that? 8,600. Wait, 86,400. But what would it be if that was? That would actually be 864,005. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 86,405. Like, I'm so bad with math, I can't even read it right.
So it wouldn't end as 5.
Wait, can you tell me how many seconds again?
86,400. So 86400.
There we are.
There's another math one. How fast can Gats solve it? Can he solve it faster than I can put the pieces down?
25 equals 25?
Okay, I thought you were good at math. That's way wrong.
What do you mean? That's all the pieces we have here.
Is it though?
Yeah, but this 2 is small.
I feel like you're gonna realize the mistake in what you just said pretty quick.
Hang on.
Oh, speaking of which, where's Chemical? Oh, that was fast. Good job.
I can't let it go. My index controls. Sometimes you can't.
Wait, did Chemical leave?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's still here. Did he solve this one already?
He might have been. I think he might have.
Oh yeah, he solved it already. Okay. He's on the floor above us.
Yeah. I'm good with math, not time. There's a difference.
I'm bad with both. I'm also bad with names and dates and places. I'm pretty much just not very smart.
This one should be here, but does it work? Doesn't work.
In math, what does a smaller number mean? Like,
I mean,
in
it's
size, not.
Does it like is opposite? I think.
Well, let me pose you a question. What does 25 equal?
I mean, I understand what you mean, but like.
Oh, you got it?
No. Oh, yeah. You tricked me by not opening it. Turned into a button. No, I understood, but it's just like in weird way of doing it. Usually it's opposite. It's 5 squared and then 20.
Chemical figured this one out pretty quick. This one took our group a long time to figure out. You kicking it?
I tried to. Wait, maybe it's
I'm bad at throwing.
not bowling.
Not only are you bad at throwing, but that ball is really bad at rolling as well.
When you have to... Wait, where do I have to throw?
What happens if you throw the ball a different way? Cats, what happens if you throw the ball a different way?
Yeah.
Did you see what it did?
It smashed into ground.
What happens if you throw it on the ground? think of these 3 lines as motion lines. You know how like when you're a kid, if you were like
Yeah.
to draw a stick figure running, you put these 3 lines behind it to make it look like it's moving fast. So think of these 3 lines as meaning that the ball is moving. But if these 3 lines mean the ball is moving, what could the person standing on the line mean? You guys play Minecraft?
Yeah.
What do you do with a Eye of Ender?
You throw it and you teleport.
No, that's an Ender
Oh, wait,
Pearl.
no, you.
Hmm? That's a weird one.
So you don't remember what the Eye of Ender is used for in Minecraft?
Yeah,
No,
it's
if you
the.
didn't mention it, I wouldn't figure it out.
It's used to search for the end portal.
Right? So you throw the Eye of Ender and then you follow it, right?
Yeah.
So why aren't you following the ball? Where's the ball going?
Ah, damn.
You get it? The ball moves to where you're supposed to stand.
When you explain it like that. Ooh. Oh, I remember doing this kind of puzzle.
Yo, Minion, how's it going? You having a good night? We're solving puzzles. Well, they're solving puzzles I already know the answers to. This one, for example, you click on the cubes, everywhere it would intersect where that yellow line is going over the box. The thing that's tricky about this one that people always don't get is, so it starts on the top center, right? So go top center,
Here we go.
and then it wraps around this side, and then goes all the way around
Click on this after.
like this, right? So it goes here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then it goes all the way around. Oops. Oh,
Ah.
thought I clicked on something I wasn't supposed to. Yeah, so it wraps around like that, and then it goes down and underneath. So go down and then underneath. So if you look at this cube, you would think that's it, right? That should be correct, but it's actually not, right? If I click this, the door doesn't open. And the reason why, this is where the trick comes in this one, it actually goes through. So you have to make sure to click the center one too. Oop, and then click there we go. So yeah, I'm just kind of having fun. No comment. Oh, no comment about the how's your day going thing. I feel you though. Now that I'm back to working after taking a break for coronavirus, I'm kind of ready to be done with work. Work is stressful. That's why I've been spending so much time on here and Twitch streaming. Figure if I stream enough, maybe I can start making money off of it. And if I put as much work into this as I do my actual job, which sucks, then maybe we can make this into something. So I'm curious, what's this picture on the door?
A TV.
A TV or
A monitor.
a monitor. So why would they have a picture of a computer monitor on the door?
Do I have to look at something on my desktop? Oh my god.
Isn't that cool?
Those sneaky bastards, I swear.
Okay, this puzzle is one of the cooler ones in this map. So if you're looking at my stream, like look at the main part of my stream, you'll see it shows like a sideways A, a 0, a sideways A, and a 0, right? But then if you look at the corner, that's actually what's showing on my desktop. So if I take my headset off and point my headset at this and then actually turn and look at my computer screen, that's what my computer screen shows there. So in order to solve this room, you have to actually take your VR headset off and look at your computer monitor and then solve those, right? So for example, the top right one is saying 7 minus 4, which was 3. The bottom right one is it's sideways. It's saying 6 with an arrow pointing to the square, so saying put a 6 here. So we just change this. Oh wait, no, not a 6. It's a G. So I put a G there. And then the top left one is saying 29, which is the floor we're on. But you can't put 29 here. You can only put letters. And so we're on the 29th floor. So we put F.
Cheap bastards.
Oh, I passed it. And then this one right here is actually tricky because it says equals exe, but it's actually not. If you notice, this one's sideways, that one's upside down, that one's sideways, which means this one is also upside down. So it's .exe or equals exe upside down. Let me flip my hand upside down. You can kind of see it this way. It's 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. But again, it's upside down. So you would think, oh, there's a 9, but it's upside down. So an upside down 9 is a 6. Now the door's open.
Other two, I just don't understand what they meant.
Which one don't you understand?
Why is that? The both left ones.
Oh, what the?
Well, which ones don't you understand?
That one and that one.
Okay, so for starters, you figured this one out, right? You figured out it's a G.
Because it just showed that it is a G.
Yeah, so it's a G with an arrow, but you'll notice that it's sideways. Now you'll notice this one is actually upside down, right? Because it's supposed to be a 3, right? 7 minus 4 equals 3, but it's an upside down 3. Okay, now you'll notice this one is, it's letters, but you'll notice that it's sideways, okay? So that one in the bottom right and this one in the top left, they're both sideways. That one's upside down, which means this one is probably also upside down. So if you're looking at this one on your computer monitor, what is it? And remember, it's upside down.
Oh. That one.
Now this one is saying, do you remember what this one is saying? If I remember, it's 29, right?
Yes.
But you can only put letters in here. Do you also remember what floor we're on?
Oh. Belly just told everything to me.
Yeah. I like to explain it though because it's cool. Because like this one, we were trying to figure out what the heck exe was, and we couldn't figure out for the longest time. And then I realized, oh, it's upside down. It's not an exe. It's a 3 times 3. Once I made that epiphany, it was like, oh my gosh. Holy crap! You guys solved this room already? That was pretty fast. This was a hard room. This room, a few of these rooms I think are really cool. This one here, so there's a red eye on the door, and she has gray eyes. There's also 3 crystals on the ground, and if I grab a crystal and click on it, the color goes away. But if you notice, when I click the crystal and take the color out of this, it actually changes her eye color. So when the green is not in the crystal, it's in her eyes. But the eye here is red, right? So the trick is, we got to turn her eye color red. Well, here's the problem. This clear one doesn't do anything. The blue one does. So I can turn her eye color blue. I can turn it green. If I do both at the same time, it turns like a, was that teal? No, cyan? I think it's cyan, right? So how do I get red? That's where things get really cool. This crystal that doesn't do anything actually is the key to this whole thing, right? So those 2 crystals are actually not even needed at all. So the trick is, I just put this crystal here, and look, it's turning red. Also, the eyeball on the door is fading away. So what we're doing is we're filling the crystal with the red from the red eye on the door to turn her eyes red, and then we can click on her. There's a cool animation. She cuts the door, and then the door splits away. Pretty cool. This puzzle was awesome. I really like this puzzle.
I don't have a clue.
Okay, so let me give you a hint. You've got 3 crystals on the ground, right?
Yes.
So first off, one of the crystals you can't change the color on, correct? It's just a white crystal, and when you click on it, it says
You
XXX.
can change colors?
Oh yeah, clicking on them. Well, it doesn't actually change their colors, it just gets rid of their colors. Now, here's another hint. Come over here. Now, what crystals are in your hand?
You might as well just take green and white.
Okay, so is the green currently?
Yes.
Okay, come stand here. And look at her eyes. And then click the green crystal. I'll give you a quick
So-
hint. You don't click on the door.
I mean,
What color are her eyes?
they're red now. Oh. Yeah.
This one's funny because there's the blue and the green crystal, and they're actually not even needed. You literally just grab the white crystal, soak up the red eye, turn her eyes red, and then click on her. So the blue and green crystal are only there so that you can see how to use the crystals. Because if they weren't there,
Like this time it actually was my thinking. I just started smacking door with the crystal and it started turning red.
yeah, I thought that was funny. When you said, do I touch it to turn it red? I was like, don't say anything. Then I was like, wait, if I don't say anything, he's probably gonna realize that's what the answer is. 71 minutes and 59 seconds. You know what my record is? 6 minutes and 13 seconds. I hold the world
my
record.
God.
That's actually not true. I know someone who did it in less than 6 minutes,
Once
but
you know it, it's kind of just speedrun. It's not about riddles anymore.
yeah.